Hey y'all, my name is Gregory Agid, and today I wanted to share 3 tips on how you can instantly improve your clarinet sound. Welcome back to another lesson video. My name is Gregory Agid. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, and if you're returning, welcome back. If you're enjoying my content and want to support my channel, please give me a like, and you can also visit my website where you can download PDFs of my lessons. Today, I wanted to share 3 tips on how you can instantly improve your clarinet sound. So first off, let's talk about how tone is produced on the clarinet. I got my mouthpiece, I have my reed, and I have my ligature right here. You may notice that my reed is clear, and that's because I'm playing on Leger synthetic reeds. I specifically play on the European cut model, and I've been playing them for about 7 or 8 years, and I absolutely love them. So if you're ever interested in trying a great synthetic reed, I would highly suggest you give Leger a shot. The clarinet tone is created by the vibration of our reed, and you may notice that there's a tiny little space in between the mouthpiece and the reed, and that space allows the reed to vibrate. Every mouthpiece has a different tip opening size, so some mouthpieces may have a larger tip opening, and other mouthpieces may have a smaller tip opening, depending on your preferences. Ultimately, what we want to do is find the right setup that works for us and allows our reed to vibrate as freely as possible. So my first question to you is, where does the clarinet naturally rest on your embouchure? Most often, my students will say that the clarinet rests on their bottom lip, like so. This leads me to my first tip. The clarinet's natural resting place is not actually on your bottom lip. Instead, the clarinet's natural resting position is with the mouthpiece on your top teeth, as so. When we think of the clarinet naturally resting on our bottom lip, we allow gravity to push the mouthpiece down, therefore closing the gap between the reed and the mouthpiece. Instead of thinking of the clarinet sitting on your bottom lip, think of it as sitting on your top teeth with a tiny bit of upwards pressure pushing the clarinet up. So now I'm going to play a sound with my clarinet resting on my bottom lip, pushing the clarinet downwards. So you can hear that it creates a stuffy and kind of muffled sound. Now I'm going to place the clarinet on my top teeth with a tiny bit of upwards pressure, and we're going to see how it changes the sound. Now I'm going to start with the clarinet on my bottom lip, and then I'm going to push it upwards just a little bit, and you're going to hear how the tone changes. Again, everything that we do should be with the intent of allowing the reed to vibrate as freely as possible. So my first tip for you is place the clarinet on your top teeth and put just a tiny bit of upwards pressure, and that will allow the reed to vibrate as freely as possible. My second tip is to play with a flat chin. It's very common for young musicians to play the clarinet with a scrunched up chin. When I see a scrunched up chin, that tells me that there's upwards pressure pushing the reed closer to the mouthpiece. Once again, this creates kind of a stuffy sound, and it's not allowing the reed to vibrate as freely as possible. The way we fix this is by playing with a flat chin. I want you to pretend that you have a string hanging down from the bottom of your chin, and all you're going to do is pull that string down and straighten out your chin. So now I'm going to play a note with a scrunched up chin, and then I'm going to pull my chin downwards, and you're going to hear how it affects the sound. This may take some time to get used to, and I would encourage you to practice in front of a mirror so you can see when your chin is scrunching up and when it's flat. Remember, changing habits takes time, and this may take a couple weeks, months, or years to even fix. My third tip to improve your clarinet sound is to find the perfect angle that works for your embouchure. I'm sure we're all familiar with the infamous pictures of Benny Goodman or Artie Shaw playing with the clarinet. It's important that we experiment with the angle of the clarinet because each one of our embouchures is different. Therefore, the angle at which we produce the best sound is going to be different for each person. Very generally, the closer the clarinet is to you like this, you're going to get more of a focused sound. And as the clarinet goes up like this, it's going to create more of an airy and spread sound. Each one of us has a unique embouchure. Therefore, the angle at which we produce the best sound is going to be a little bit different for each person. To find the perfect angle for your embouchure, I would recommend playing an open G and experiment with changing the angle of the clarinet like this. So you can hear as we change the angle of the clarinet, our tone changes with it. Do some experimenting to find the perfect angle that works best for your embouchure. And remember, if you want to manipulate your sound, you can also adjust the angle of the clarinet to fit the style of music you're playing. When you're trying to find the perfect angle, make sure that you're sitting up straight and you're not tilting your head with the clarinet. Because if you're tilting your head, you're not actually changing the angle of the clarinet, you're changing the angle of your face. For you saxophone players who double on clarinet, take into consideration that the saxophone and the clarinet each have a unique angle. I have my tenor set up right here, and as you can see, when you play saxophone, the mouthpiece comes straight into your mouth like this. So for you saxophone players out there, this is just something to take into consideration. I see a lot of musicians also playing with their head down. If your face is tilted downwards, it can create a false sense of playing with a closer angle. When you're playing with your face downwards, you're actually playing with the clarinet at an angle like this. If this is something that you do, keep the angle of the clarinet the same and just tilt your head back upwards. So let's recap the 3 tips to improving your clarinet sound. Number 1, the clarinet's natural resting position is actually with the mouthpiece on your top 2 teeth with a tiny bit of upwards pressure. Number 2, play with the flat chin. Number 3, find the perfect angle that matches your embouchure. Alright y'all, thank you so much for watching. I hope that this lesson helped you on your journey. If you'd like to support my channel, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and don't forget you can visit my website where you can download PDFs of my lessons. Thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you next time. Peace.